Welcome back to this Guild Wars Let's Play. You're with Sambo, Seraphis heals a lot, and joining us once again is the ever wonderful, ever bright and breezy, ever flowery Regina Lacerta. How are you this evening, Reggie?
I'm well, how are you, Sambo?
I'm very well, and no, I'm not flowery, you're flowery. Don't start calling me flowery. I know you want to.
No, I actually have pixies in my hair today.
Oh! So this is in real life hair, of course, we're talking about. And by the way, you might not know, but Reggie, if you haven't been following our earlier episodes, you'll know that not only does Reggie have multicoloured hair in real life, but she always normally has...
Well, it's not multicoloured anymore. Oh, it's now just blue.
It's right. Oh, there you go, folks. You heard it right here. We've gone from multicoloured to, gosh, how normal, single-coloured, but it is blue. All right. And always you seem to have clips in your hair as well, and I do believe that's because you make your own. Yeah?
I do. I have a little hobby business that I make hair clips.
Aha.
And I wear my own product.
Of course. Well, you want to advertise your own product. Now, would we, us little lowly viewers, would we be able to know where we can go to look at your hair clips, or is that a hotly held secret?
If you wanted to, and if you know of a little website that's called Facebook, I believe there's a couple of people on it.
Yeah. Okay, so you've got to set up on Facebook.
I do. I have a Facebook page. It's called Ellie's Folly.
Ellie's Folly. Okay, how do you spell that? In fact, maybe while you spell it out, you could type it.
ELLIE_SFOLLY.
Okay, so I'm typing it in here just in case you guys can actually see that, and we'll just put it out into the world there. There it is, Ellie's Folly, times 2, ELLIE_SFOLLY. Now, is that all one word? Do you go to Facebook, or can you just search for Ellie's Folly and it'll come up?
You just search for Ellie's Folly.
All right,
yeah, 2 separate words. Search for it, should come up.
Well, that's interesting because, of course, in a couple of episodes ago, we were in a place called Foible's Folly. No, wait a minute, Wizard's Folly. That's right. So how apt.
Wizard's Folly, yep.
All right, so, and once we go there, basically we can see a selection of all the hair clips and accessories that you actually make them yourself. Like, you don't commission it out or anything.
I do.
Wow.
No, I do. I sit at the same desk that I sit and play Guild Wars at.
I see. You know what? And knowing you, you probably make them at the same time that you're playing Guild Wars, because I know you multitask, unlike me.
Yep.
Yeah,
no,
that's
right. I never do anything while I'm gaming at the same time.
No, listen, look, you can see her batting her eyelids from here. Well, there you have it, folks. Pop along to Ellie's Folly on Facebook to see Reggie's creations. And I'll be doing the same, of course, although I can't guarantee you that I'll actually be wearing any hair clips, but I'm sure there's heaps of viewers that will.
Don't lie, you're my #1 customer.
Shh. You promised you'd never say anything. So, moving right along, folks, let's see what we're going to do now. Once again, I had a very diplomatic and democratic chat with Reggie about what quests we were going to do for this episode, which, of course, as you know, really means that Reggie told me what we were doing. And I do believe that one of the things you wanted to do was head over to the west, to Green Hills County, and I couldn't agree more with you. You've got a whole bunch of map over here. You can see where I'm wiggling my mouse that's totally unexplored, and I do believe we've got 3 or 4 quests over there, starting with this one, Tithe for Ashford Abbey. Shall we do it? Let's go and find out some new stuff, go explore some new lands. Why not?
Yeah, let's go do it. And I do remember it was a very, very pretty looking land as well.
Yeah, I think I remember that side of things, and I'm pretty sure you have to go through this worm field to get to them, don't you? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I tend to ignore them by this point.
Yeah. Oh, it's so pretty, this world. Seriously. I love it. Oh,
Iris
there's
flower.
Another iris flower. Oh, so we've got some...
there's quite a battle going on.
There is. Zombies, skeleton raiders, we've got worms, we've got wolves, all sorts of stuff. Now, one thing I need to do is make sure I've got my buff up. And yeah, help! I'm getting attacked already. Come and help me, oh mighty...
that would not be right.
Mighty ranger. There we go. Let's also make sure... Whoa, I need some heals. I'm going to die.
These look like some guys who crept out of the catacombs into into the above the world.
It does. Whoa, now I need to be keeping an eye on my health. You might remember us talking about this in previous episode, folks, where you really do have to keep an eye on your energy and make sure you're managing it, because it's so easy to run out. A really good way of doing that is to use your weapons auto attack, which of course doesn't use up any of your energy. It's nice and handy. Let's give ourselves a bit of a heal. Let's also heal Reggie's pet tiger. And of course we also have to make sure that Reggie's got the buff on her, which she hasn't at the moment. So I'm going to put that retribution buff. And you can see here above my health bar.
So you put it on after we've done all the battling.
Yeah, of course. That's exactly right. I'm so good. We can also pop it on, I think, her pet. Let's give this a go. I'm not sure. Yes, there you go. So you can see just above my health bar there, I've got 3 little icons, and if I hover over it, actually says Retribution, which is the name of the buff, and it's actually on Regina Lacerta, and if I hover over this one, it's actually on her pet, and that one shows that it's on me. So there's a handy little indicator there, just so you can see which buffs you currently have active on whom. Very handy. And of course this buff is great because it deflects damage back against the attacker, so you want to make sure that your entire party has it up all the time. Gosh, we're really coming across lots of mobs. We're really getting into the thick of the action now as we move through the game, aren't we?
We are. We've got the Grolls here at the moment.
Yep.
They're ugly beasts.
Aren't they? Oh, and there's a plague worm as well. Oh, we need to throw some heals on Reggie. She's gone out of range. So, of course, that's no problem. We automatically will enter range if we cast a spell, which is another great thing. Rather than the spell failing like it does in so many other games, it will actually run you closer to your target so that you can actually cast the spell. So handy. All automatically, of course. Rightio, so this Grawl long spear gear, I do know from experience that that's basically a highly salvageable item. And we definitely want to salvage that. I see there's a Grawl necklace here. I'm pretty sure, Reggie, that the Grawl necklaces are also collectibles. There's so many collection items around in the world.
I got a couple of Grawl necklaces there, and I do remember them being collectible.
Yep. So it's always good to get more gear, and we've got to go see some more collectors. We haven't been to enough. Now, this is starting to really bring back memories. We can see, I don't know if you can see it on the YouTube video there, but there's a big statue in the background and it's on fire. It's a flaming statue up there. Yeah, it's very cool. I'm pretty sure that's a statue of one of the deities called Grenth. I'm pretty sure it is. Anyway, we've hit ourselves a portal, so we're into a new explorable area now, and I do believe we're in, there you go, Green Hills Country. You can see there, it's opened up on the map, and we've got a quest just ahead of us. Whole new zone to explore. How exciting.
Yeah, I have to talk to Farah here.
Yeah, I have to talk to him as well. We'll have a look at the statue of Balthazar. It was Balthazar, not Grinch, my bad. Alright. Hello. Right, so what we're doing here, folks, and you probably can't read the quest flavor text from the YouTube video, but basically we're being sent on a quest to talk to, I think, are they subjects of the king? I'm pretty sure they are, or they're opposition of the king or something. We have to chat to them anyway. Opposition to the king.
There is.
You know, they seem to be.
Opposition to the king.
They seem to be
friendly.
friendly.
I've spoken to one local already.
Yep. We also have got an escort quest here. We need you to escort Farah Capo on a mission to capture an outlaw, and we have to use the protection prayers being taught to keep her alive. Now this may well be a quest only for me. Have you got this quest? We have
what's it called?
Oh, I can't tell because it's in my skill screen. Hang on, let's see if I can bring up. Oh, there we go. It looks like it's called Protection Prayers. Yeah, Protection Prayers.
No, I don't have that one.
Okay, so it must be...
But I can come with you.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I've got a new spell here called Reversal of Fortune. It's an enchantment again, and for 8 seconds, the next time the target would take damage, that ally gains health instead. So it's a really handy healing talent there. So I think what we're discovering, folks, is if I'm going to be concentrating on heals all the time, we're going to lose some of these mesmer skills. So I think we'll do that. Let's see, which one will I get rid of? Yeah, I think we'll get rid of this one here, the backfire, and we'll replace it with my new skill. Oh, and we've got another new skill as well. Good lord. Shielding Hands, another enchantment for 8 seconds. Damage and lifesteal received by the target is reduced. And when this buff ends, the ally is actually healed for 5 health. So that's also very handy. Going to get rid of yet another Mesmer skill. Gosh, I'm just going to end up being a pure monk, Reggie. By the way, what's your ratio of skills at the moment in terms of Ranger versus Necromancer?
Well, at the moment I'm keeping 3 Ranger skills and I've got 4 Necromancer skills, and of course my 8th slot I've got for the good old Resurrection Signet.
Ah, yep. Good old Res Signet.
And I did pick up from the last person I spoke to there, I did actually pick up, looks like another Necromancer quest.
Ah, okay, so we've both picked up a bit of a class quest. Opposition to the King. So was it for, it would have been probably from this person who looks very Necromancer-ish to me. Alright.
Yeah, she looks a bit dark and pretty.
Yeah. Now, according to me, I have to pop back out the front. Hang on, let me have a look at this. Protection prayers. Meet Farah Capo in Lakeside County. Yeah, so she's back through the portal. It's up to you, Reggie.
She was the first one. I think she was actually the first one after the portal.
Oh,
so
okay.
Standing at the foot of the statue.
Let's go have a look.
And I believe the name would be pronounced as Farah.
Oh, Farah. Well, excuse me. Yeah, yep, Farah Capo, there we go. Hello, protection prayers. Don't talk to me now, I'm preparing myself for the battle to come. Just head on over to Lakeside County, I'll meet you there. Oh, okay, well that's handy. So let's have a look at the map now, it's probably updated. Oh, no, we do have to go back to Lakeside County. So it's up to you, Reggie. We can either head back in, or we can carry on in our quests here in the Green Hills County. Totally up to you.
Well, what do we have here to do? We have to deliver Little Tom's big cloak.
Yep, we have to go to the Barradin Estate for that.
And it looks like the tithe for Ashford Abbey and opposition to the King, we've got to go back to Lakeside County, but it looks like to good old Devona.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually. And then the tithe for... Yeah, you're right. So we might as well go through then, I guess.
Well, I was going to say, did you want to deliver Little Tom's big cloak while we're here, or
that's a good idea.
Do that later?
That's a good idea, actually. Let's see some new scenery while we're here. So I've selected Little Tom's big cloak, and you can see there, folks, the Barradin Estate is right in the middle of Green Hill County. I think Reggie's dead right. Let's go exploring and see something new for a change. Because I remember this zone...
Bit of new scenery.
Yeah, this zone is really pretty, and I think you'll see coming up ahead, you can see the sun rays pouring. There you go. The sun streaming through the autumn trees. It's absolutely incredible graphics. Love the look of it. Now let's try some of these enchantments. Reversal of Fortune. We've placed that on Reggie, although it is only an 8-second buff. So none of the skills are super simple, if you like. You do have to be wary of what you're doing. And really know your skills. So for example, this one only lasts for 15 seconds, and whenever they take damage they'll get health instead. But this second one, Shielding Hands, their damage is reduced by 3, but the whole point of it is that when the Shielding Hands ends, which is 8 seconds, that ally is healed for 5 health. So it's quite an important one, because any health we can get is extremely handy. Alright, which way do you want to go? Do you want to go around the roadway, or did you want to cut through?
I think I'm going to cut through.
Alright, I'm with you.
Do a bit of cross-country running. Ooh,
why not?
A lot of gruel here, though.
Oh, so there are. That's alright, more XP for us. Oh, and there's spiders, there's all sorts of things. Right, so let's get some enchantments going, perhaps. Pop one there on Reggie.
Yes, please. Can I have the enchantment with the swordy logo?
Oh, yes, no problem. So this is the enchantment that reflects damage back. So we'll pop that on to Reggie, and there it is. And in fact, we'll put that on ourselves as well. There we go. Now let's do some attacking. And let's pop the enchantment on Reggie's pet as well while we're at it. Make sure we're all protected. Oh, we're doing well.
Yeah, we're
cleaning up.
Picking them off here and there.
I see.
Stash barrel.
Yeah, I was going to say I see a loot chest. Lovely.
All good.
And once again, folks, just like we were talking about a couple of episodes ago, how awesome are the spell effects and the sound effects in this game. It really has stood the test of time. It's still fresh, nice clean UI, nice and smooth, and of course it runs so well on any type of machine. You don't have to have an uber supercomputer in order to be able to run Guild Wars. It scales so well, and even if you've got a less than adequate machine, it's still going to look awfully pretty and be lots of fun to run around in.
It is. Indeed it is.
An unnatural seed, pretty sure that's a collection item as well. There's not much that isn't a collection item around these here parts.
It's either collectible or sellable.
Yep. And I'd say that you'll like both of those ideas.
Me personally, indeed.
Yeah. And these aloe seeds that we're attacking here, they don't take much to die, but they do drop the collectible items, so it's really handy. Oh, I'm being attacked by a Grawl. Ah!
Oh, I might help you fight him.
Gee, thank you.
Anytime.
Give ourselves a bit of a heal. And once again, just looking above the health bar there to make sure that our enchantments are all still up, or the ones that we want are still up on all our party members. And again, looking at our map, you can see the ant trail there. It always shows you where you've been, which is very handy. And we can see, oh, now over to our left, Reggie, I do know over that way there's like a little farmyard. I'm pretty sure, oh, maybe not, I can't remember. I'm sure there's quests there, but maybe it's from, maybe we get sent there from the Barradin Estate actually. There's a little vineyard over there. In fact, I think we do. Never mind me.
It may be.
Oh, this brings back memories.
Oh, it's so pretty.
I know, look at it. Gosh, I remember the first time I ever came here too.
There's actually a hub here, isn't there?
Yep, I think if we go inside, where we have to hand in the quest, in fact, is a public hub, basically.
Find our way to... Oh, I see a portal over the way.
There it is.
Nice. I always thought this was very British looking with all the canals.
Yeah, very true. Very European. Yay, we made it. Folks, the Barradin Estate.
We did. We made it alive.
We did. Amazing, but true.
And there's little Tom.
There is little Tom. There he is. He's hardly very little, is he?
Yes, I'll take your experience.
That we will take experience and more. And he's got a new quest as well, which is to see little Tom for your reward. Accept that. Why can't I accept it? Oh, you do not have enough inventory space, of course. So hopefully, in fact, I'm pretty sure there's a, yeah, there we go, a merchant here, so we can sell off our crap, basically. Make some room in our bags. Let's see. Cursed staff, unidentified. Oh, look, I've got to do some identifying and some salvaging by the looks of things. Alright, so let's go to a salvage kit, and we use a salvage kit on this Grawl long spear gear because that's all it's used for. And you can see there that I'm getting tanned hide squares from the Grawl long spear gear, so that's all very well and nice. What do we got over here? Oh, we've got more. Now, by the way, if you want to know how you drop items from one bag into the other, it's literally just drag and drop onto the icon of the other bag. It's that simple. And then when you switch over, of course, there they are waiting for you. So let's salvage these other Grawl gear. We've got an unidentified object there, and that we have to... Oh, look at that, improved sale
Always
value.
have to identify.
Yeah. Well, I'm lucky because it became improved sale value, so we like that. 64 gold, thank you very much. Oh, we've got a truncheon there that we haven't identified either. Let's see if we can find that. Where is it? There it is. Identification kit. And also, folks, when you are using these, just make sure you hover over them, because the amount of charges they have does come up. For example, here you can see my ID kit has 13 uses remaining. However, my salvage kit only has 1. So next time I use that, it will disappear, and we're going to have to buy ourselves another one. Now, Reggie, you'll be able to correct me if I'm wrong here, but I'm pretty sure later in the game you can get better and better salvage and ID kits that have basically more charges on them. I think that's how it works.
I do remember something about there is better salvage kits, but I can't quite remember. I think it's sort of as you go through the game, there's sort of more desirably salvageable items. Sort of not instead of just planks of wood and things like that. It'll actually give you things that you sort of need to be able to create.
Oh, actually, you know what? You're dead right. And that's the other thing I've just remembered. Of course, you can't salvage those with a normal salvage kit. You do need to buy the more expensive ones. And especially if you're wanting to extract the actual stat from them as well. So, yeah, you're dead right. Alright, so selling off the rest of our rubbish there. And you can see we've got a whole bunch of things in here. A lot of them are collectors, are things that collectors want. And we've got some crafting materials. So we're, gosh... I wish we could get... In fact, we can't have more than one belt pack, can you? Actually, come to think of it. Never mind me. So we're kind of stuck with this inventory space until we get out of this zone, really. Alright, so looking at our quest log. What say you, Reggie? Where are we off to next?
Well, I think the best thing to do would maybe be even to transport back to Ashford Abbey, because we've got 2 quests that need to be handed into Devona, who's not far out of it.
That's a good idea. And in fact, my Blessings of Balthazar quest actually is a hand-in at Brother Menlo. So let's do that. And I'm pretty sure, and you can see there, folks, we've explored that map. It's become less fuzzy. And now we'll be able to transfer back to Barradin at any time. But we can map travel to Ashford Abbey. And it's saying you'll leave your party. Oh, I thought we were going to keep our party because we're going from hub to hub. I really don't get the rules around the travel thing. We'll have to look that up. Maybe somebody watching, if you can post how it works in the comments, we'd probably be eternally grateful to you, because it just seems a little bit silly, I must say. Anyway.
It could just be sort of if you're teaming up with someone that you don't know or don't always play with, then, to leave the party isn't so much of a big deal.
That's true, actually. Good point.
But then they should give you the option, do you wish to leave the party or not?
Yeah. Unless it's some technical thing that they can't actually transfer you both to the same instance. Oh, who knows. Anyway, rightio, so now we've got to opposition to the king. We can return to Devona, I think. Is that right? All right, after you, my lady.
If you're ready to go out.
Ready to rock.
Cool.
And while I follow you, because that's what I'm going to do, let's see what we've got left in our log. I've got a couple of class quests there. Alright, actually, do you know what? We've got one here called The True King. And although we're going to be able to hand in 2 to Devona here by the looks of things, which is very handy. But there's a quest called The True King, and it's saying to travel through here, through Ashford, and then into Regent Valley and follow the road to Fort Ranik. Now, I do happen to know that Fort Ranik is quite a major hub. There's a lot of quests there, and it's somewhere we haven't been. We have been to Regent Valley, but that was for your Ranger class quest, Reggie. But what I say, we might as well...
Yeah, we sort of went in a little bit, but I know there's a lot more to explore in that area.
Yeah. And in fact, Fort Ranik, there we go. I've got the quest selected, folks, and you can see if you bring up the map screen, you can see all the area that we've uncovered in Regent Valley down the centre there, but there's all this stuff across to the right hand side, across to the east in Regent Valley, and you can see Fort Ranik appearing over there right to the very edge of the map. I say we go on a bit of an exploration over that way. What do you reckon?
Exploring is good.
Like exploring, especially when it's so pretty. It's so pretty.
It is.
So, now, while we go on this run, Reggie, casting your mind back to the very first time that you ever bought Guild Wars. Now, I'm going to guess that you actually bought Guild Wars 1, or Guild Wars Prophecies, when it first came out. You didn't wait till an expansion or anything. Were you right on board right from the beginning?
I think I actually bought it at like 1 minute past midnight.
Oh, okay. So it was definitely a game that
Yeah, I
you were
was one of
looking
those
forward
people.
to. Yep. Were you queuing outside the midnight launch sort of thing?
I was.
Look at that, folks. A true geek. Mind you, I've done that a number of times. Most recently, I think I did it for, I think it was something like StarCraft 2, and then I did it, of course, for the World of Warcraft Cataclysm release. Get my lovely collector's edition of that. But okay, so there you go, Reggie. You've been on.
I must confess, my last midnight viewing, last midnight queuing was actually to get the Nintendo Wii. I haven't done a midnight queuing since then.
Wow. You know what? I actually didn't queue for that one, although I do have a Wii. I'm going to stop by this collector because hopefully it's an opportunity to get some stuff out of our bags more than anything. What does she want? She wants Grawl necklaces. Yay! Alright, so there you go, folks. You can see it definitely does pay to stop by collectors. Nice. So energy +3.
That would give me a special jacket, except I don't have enough necklaces.
Oh, you're kidding? Okay, well,
shame.
Okay, this is interesting because I don't have any gear. Now, I wouldn't mind just touching on this for one moment, just so the viewers know. I don't know why, but for some reason I've had bad luck with collectors so far, and you'll have noticed that there hasn't been any actual gear for me, like no chest piece, no pants, no shoes or anything like that. Let's bring up my character screens so you know what I'm talking about. So all these down the side here, we've got our arms, we've got our chest, we've got our legs, and we've got our shoes. Normally, these collectors for your class have a specific item, like for example, Reggie, which piece of clothing has this person got for you?
They've got a Crichton vest.
Okay, so it's a vest.
So it's a chest armor, yeah.
Right, chest piece, and no doubt when Reggie goes to other collectors, like the one outside Ashford Abbey, for example, it'll probably have something like some leg pieces or maybe some shoes. And you can basically go around all the collectors and pretty much collect a full set of the region's gear. And not only does it look distinct by region, which is a great thing about the Guild Wars armor, but it also offers much better stats than the starting gear that you do get. Now, for some reason, me being on a monk here, I've only come across things like idols and things that are held in my offhand, which, to be honest, I'm not actually that interested in. So it's Reggie's lucky day today. So what we can do is we can hit trade. Now, I happen to have some Grawl necklaces somewhere here. Where are they? Let me have a look. Is it necklaces that you want? Yes. So let's give them to Reggie. Is 3 enough for you? That's all I've got.
3 would definitely do the job.
There we are. Lovely jubbly. So we'll accept that.
Oh, beautiful.
Because I don't need anything from here. And so what are you going to be able to get? A new chest piece. So let's... I know that you may not want to actually wear it, but you're going to have to equip it for us so we can see your armor change. Let's zoom in close. Now I'm going to walk past you, but we've got the camera right up close on you. Let us know when you change it. Okay. Hopefully it looks different.
Oh, please close your eyes, lady. Change in here.
Oh, excuse me. Wait a minute. There we go. You're out of shot now. There we go. Oh, look at that. It's got like an animal skull on one of its shoulders.
I have a skull on my shoulder.
That is awesome. There you go, folks. That looks great. Now, of course, it's not dyed, which, of course, Reggie will be absolutely having a conniption about because it's not purple. Oh, my goodness. But Reggie, of course, as you explained in one of our more recent episodes, you're able to simply get yourself some purple dye if you can find it, either off the dye merchant or off a random drop, and of course dye that top purple, right?
I will eventually be able to do that.
Right. And has that got more, like, better stats? Well, pull us through the portal while we're here. Has that top got better stats than the gear you had? Surely it has. I'm pretty sure that's what the collector gear is for, to sort of gear you up a bit.
It does give me better armor, but the what was it? The energy and the armor versus elemental damage is the same.
Oh, okay. Right, now I think we have to go over
but
here.
General armor, it's better.
Right, yeah. It's going to protect you from the big hits. Fort Ranik is up here, if I remember rightly, too. And by the way, where's your pet gone? Did we lose your pet somewhere along the way?
Oh, we have.
Are you able to resummon it, or is it dead?
I think I know what's happened.
What?
I've I switched out my charm animal skill when I was in the hub.
Oh!
I put in necromancer skill instead.
Oh, so
And
that's
I
interesting.
think that might be what's happened. I've taken away the charm animal skill and my little animal's gone.
That is very interesting, because I would have done the same as you, thinking that, hey, I already have a charmed animal. Why would I need this skill anymore? But you're saying that basically unless you have that skill slotted, you aren't actually able to have a charmed animal at all, perhaps?
That's what I am believing here, because yes, I got rid of I switched out the charm animal skill, thinking I had an animal already charmed, and my animal's disappeared.
Alright, well there you go, and like you said before...
It's interesting because that makes it a slot that is basically redundant if you want to keep the animal.
That's true, and I'd say that the mechanics behind that, or rather their design decision behind that would be, yes, deliberately make you sacrifice a slot, but then of course, rather than just having one skill in that slot, I guess at the end of the day you've got an entire pet. It's almost like having an entire new party member almost. Kind of from that perspective, it's like, well, it's a bit of a sacrifice, but it's probably worth it.
It's like Sophie's choice.
It is. It's Reggie's choice instead. Look at that bright light in the air. That means that you've
leveled up.
You've leveled up, haven't you? Congratulations to Reggie, who's now level 6. Well done. And we're still struggling along at level 5, but if we hit our H key, you'll see that we're basically, well, we're nearly there. We're about 90% of the way through. So we're getting there slowly.
You'll get there, Sambo. It's alright.
Oh. Alright, now scale fins, of course, are a collectible, so we want to be making sure that we're grabbing those. Now, another thing I wanted to ask you, Reggie, even if we don't use these materials right here and right now, a lot of them can be put up on a trader, I think, or am I dreaming? Am I thinking of another game? Like we can actually basically auction them on?
They are at least sellable to merchants.
Right.
I'm not so sure about auctioning them off. That'll be interesting to find out about.
Yep, that's something we'll have to check out once we get near an auction house. Now, folks, you can see the scenery starting to change. It's still lovely autumn tones, but now we're sort of bayside there, and we've got some really cool architecture coming up. It's always such a joy wandering throughout the world. And of course, later on in the game, once we're out of the basic zone that we're in now, you'll really start to see that some really dramatic landscapes. But we'll keep that a surprise for later. Can't wait to get out there and have a look. Although, Reggie, you're like me in that whenever it's the same in any game, whenever you leave a starting zone, there's always that sense of, oh, bummer, I'm really going to miss that, because you know that you're not going to be able to actually come back to it. I hate that.
Yeah, no, I know. I know, it is a bit of a disappointment.
Yeah. But of course it does make the
that's why I
timing here
actually
special.
Yeah, I do actually keep the character. I have actually kept the character from the Prophecies game in the starting zone.
Right.
Just to wander around and think how pretty it is.
And look how pretty it is, folks. It's just gorgeous. Remembering, by the way, this game came out, what, six, maybe 7 years ago?
6 years ago.
Yeah, it's insane. It's just stood the test of time so well. But yes, I do remember you talking about that before, right back at the beginning, Reggie, and we spoke about people who have a character that they keep in the starting zone forever, basically. It's kind of a bit of a Guild Wars quirky tradition, isn't it?
It is. I don't know if I've spoken to anyone who plays Guild Wars sort of full on and hasn't got a starting character.
Yeah.
It's always like, just in case I hook up with someone who needs some help in the first stages.
Exactly right, and I think that's what gave birth to the whole idea, is so that if you do have friends come along and play, obviously you can join up with them and help out. And of course it means you can do stuff like we just did with Reggie there. If you've got extra materials for collectors, etc, etc, you're able to trade them to your friends as they come into the game and get them off to a really good start. Look at all these red iris flowers. Wherever you are, there's red iris flowers. Whenever I run around the world on my own, I never ever see any. So
Oh,
bizarre.
well, you know what they say, flowers in her hair, flowers on the ground.
Yeah. All of God's small
Had to see
creatures
them,
love
find
Reggie.
them. It's a pity that's it.
Alright, really having to toss out the heals now, actually, by the way. These scale fins were certainly doing some damage. Good lord.
It's funny, in the beginning of the game, that close to Rascalon, they didn't seem to really pack that much of a punch, but now they're fighting back.
Yeah, they are. I'm really noticing it, actually having to keep a real close eye on my energy, as always. Make sure that we've got enough energy to heal. And those of you who've played Guild Wars lots, of course, will remember all of this area here. We're wandering under this bridge. Oh, there's a collector. Let's see what he's got. No, it's a merchant.
We actually have a random merchant.
I know. Very handy.
It's a bit funny seeing a merchant who's not in a hub.
Yeah. But you know what? I'm glad, because I was running out of inventory space there. So just a quick pit stop. Oh, and I'm getting the smackdown put on me. Time for a heal. Once again, making sure that we've got the enchantment up on both members of the party, because that's really a big part of it. And look at that, a vial of brown dye. Yay!
Oh, brown dye. Yeah.
Yeah. See, me, whenever I get any dye, it's great, but she's the snob. She's the dye snob. She wants black, or she wants white, or she wants purple. Whereas me, it's like, ooh, dye.
Oh, look, I'll take any dye. But, you know, the purpose of being able to sell it. But
yeah, exactly. And that's something that
we'll use it. Purple, please.
Well, we'll definitely be able to have a look at that once we get out of the starting zone. We'll get to a main hub, and we'll be able to go through a whole bunch of things, actually, that we haven't been able to see in this starting zone, namely things like dye traders. And in fact, there's a whole bunch of NPCs that are new once we get there. Oh, you know what? This place really brings back memories, because I always used to be confused. I'm trying to find it on the map. Yeah, there it is. It's coming. Yeah, by this bridge and these pieces of architecture up here. They always used to throw me off and send me wandering around in the wrong direction. And you know what? It's funny, because a lot of people say, oh, I don't know, Guild Wars, it seems so linear. You know, it seems like you can only go certain ways and you can't fall off cliffs and blah, blah, blah. And yes, that is true. You are locked. You can't fall off the edge of a cliff. But the world does seem very open. It's not like there's only one path you can take in order to get anywhere. There's still a lot of exploring to do, still that sense of adventure. Well, that's my take on it anyway, Reggie. What do you think? Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
definitely.
never felt like I've literally been funneled down a path. And there we go. A bright yellow explosion. Thank you very much. We leveled up. Just making sure we've got enough energy left for heals. Lovely stuff. Alright, now you know what that means, folks. Once you level up, the first thing you should do is hit your K screen to get into your attributes and start putting points into your attributes. Now, I'm not going to be able to put anything into healing prayers because I've already got so many in there, but I might put some into protection prayers or maybe smiting. Let's see, what's this buff that I give Reggie? That is a smiting prayer. Alright, so let's put some points into smiting. There we go. And that should have increased. Yep,
I think that'd be a good idea.
Yep, it's increased the damage to 8 damage for that buff that I give you, so that was definitely worthwhile. And it looks to me like this buff is actually going to stay on for as long as either you're alive or it gets debuffed by perhaps a mob of some description, maybe, which is pretty good. I thought I'd have to be reapplying it all the time. Definitely not. I like that.
No, it is hanging around.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Definitely. Alright, yes, these particular scales are definitely tougher than anything we've come across before. So once again, having to work our energy very carefully, make sure that we're not overusing our skills, so that we don't end up in that horrible situation of wanting to cast a very important spell and not being able to because we've run out of energy. That's a horrible feeling.
It is.
You know what we were talking about just before me getting lost around here? I was about to run in the complete opposite direction then. I'm glad you remembered that you have to run through here. Good lord.
They almost look like Roman aqueducts, I always
Yeah,
thought.
same here. Look at that, folks. Look at the lighting on it, the shading, the textures, everything. It's so good. Right, we're going to stop attacking now and make sure that Reggie's healed up because she's taking a beating, which is no surprise because there's 5 very strong scale there that are having a good go at her. So let's just keep her heals topped up because we have elected to be a monk, of course.
Thank you.
Yep, and we'll give you an enchantment that actually heals you when it disappears in 8 seconds. It does give you a shield as well, which reduces the amount of damage you're taking.
Oh wow, I'm not taking... Well, they're hitting me, but they're not doing any damage at the moment, which is lovely.
Yeah, that was a really nice buff actually. I need to remember to use that more often. And the fancy schmancy spell effects looking awesome.
They are. It is nice that most of the casts you do sort of have a different graphic to them as well. It sort of helps keep it fresh.
Yep, I agree. And in fact, once you start getting good at the game, this is what I noticed, especially in PvP or when you're grouping with other people, you can actually tell what the player is doing just by looking at the spell, which is fantastic because it means you don't have to concentrate on keeping an eye on stats, etc. You can basically tell what type of spell they're casting by the look of the graphics, and believe it or not, in some cases, actually the sound it makes as well. So, wow, look at the sun beams streaming through the autumn trees there. This is just, oh, I love this game so much. Seriously, it's just fantastic. Oh,
it is gorgeous.
It is. Let's give your bone horror a bit of a heal, keep him alive. And of course, folks, you can see there the ant trail. We've come a very long way. We're nearly at Fort Ranik, which of course is brilliant timing because we're about 1 minute away from being over time.
Ooh, Mary Malone wants me to talk to her.
Oh yes, we've got another quest.
Ah, she's given me another quest.
Oh, I remember this one.
I'm not going to take it for now.
No, I remember it. I remember this one. It's the one where you have to go to the orchard and pick up a basket of apples.
Pick up the basket and run back.
Yeah, this is the one that always reminds me of the crazy running because it's one of the earliest ones I can remember. And in fact, I remember when I brought a friend in from WoW to play this, he was cracking up when we did this quest. Brings back lots of good memories. And here we go. We've arrived at Fort Ranik. Now, folks, this is a really important one, and we're getting all sorts of lag. Whoops. You can see there's a lot of people running around here. This is actually an outpost, which is a little bit different to some of the other hubs, although in this early part of the game it doesn't make a huge difference. What is making a huge difference is that we're getting lots of lag for some reason. Hopefully it'll calm itself down. Here we have a quest hand in. Lots of XP for us, thank you very much.
I remember getting quite lost running around this
the hub.
It's sort of,
yep.
Yeah, it always sort of, you know, different levels and things, and you'd run around and sort of go, okay, how do I get back up?
Yep, absolutely. Now, one of the things later on, folks, oh boy, my frame rate's really complaining now. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe something's happening in the background that I don't know. Anyway, this hub in the later part of the game actually becomes literally what's called an outpost, whereby you can actually accept missions. And of course, Reggie, you'll know what we're talking about when I mention the word missions, because as we run around it now, it's not that populated. There's not that many NPCs. There's not that many quests to pick up, although I see there's a collector over here. Let's see what he's got while we lag out totally. We need unnatural seeds, and look, actually, oh, this is exciting. This is actually my first piece of clothing. Yay, some new monk clothing.
Congratulations.
Yay. And we need some unnatural seeds. I'm sure I picked up some unnatural seeds. Wait a minute, let's have a look in our inventory. Gosh, which is loading. My poor old computer's struggling for some reason. Let's have a look in here. I've got
one that I could lend your way.
Well, I've got 2 already. Have you got any gear for you here, though?
I have. I've got the vest that I've already collected.
Aha. All right. Well, I
don't need that unnatural seed at the moment.
Oh, all right. Well, there we go. Look at that. Reggie would like to trade with you, as we're getting about 3 frames per second. Not sure what's going on here, but never mind. We don't need uber fast frame rate to make a trade. That is very kind of you. Thank you very much. That means we only need to get 2 more of those seeds and I can actually get my first collector's item, which is a chest piece. I'm going to be very excited about that. There we go. Right, now let's see if I can find a place that doesn't lag out so we can say goodbye. I'm glad we reached all the way over here because it means we'll be able to do a whole bunch of quests out the front next time. And if we open the mini-map, or rather open the map, oh gosh, it's gluggy. There we go. You can see now that we've opened up quite a big chunk of Regent Valley, and we've got all this exploring to do down here, including picking up some apples next time, of course. Wow, that is bizarre. It's just absolutely ground to a halt for some reason, Reggie. It must be you. Somehow I'm going to blame you.
Oh, absolutely. It's all my fault.
Now, if I can actually get near you, let's see if I select you and push spacebar. Am I going to run there or is it going to freak out? Come on. Doesn't want to run to you. There we go. That's bizarre. Anyway, that's definitely a sign for us to sign out. So there we go, folks. We've explored, well, we actually explored 2 new zones today. We went all the way over here to the Green Hills County for Barradin Estate. And then, of course, we mapped back to Ashford Abbey and ran all the way here through Regent Valley and ended up at Fort Ranik, which is another iconic town. And, oh, look at that. We've got the frame rate's gone back. In fact, it's gone double what it normally is. So that's weird. Anyhow, that's it from us because we've run way over time as always. Reggie, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed our romp through the countryside today.
I did indeed.
And who knows what we're going to get up to in the next episode. We've got apple collecting there. Oh, do you know what I see in our quest log, Reggie? Char at the gate. You must remember that particular quest.
I do remember that quest.
Yeah.
That's always that's big fun.
It's big fun. Probably one of the more later quests. We'll leave that until near the end of our time in the zone, I'd say, yeah?
It does help to be a higher level character that you can be to do that one, I do remember.
Yeah. So there we are, folks. We are getting to be higher level. We're both level 6 now. Lots of new skills for us to play with. And lots more to come as well. So thank you very much for joining us. Certainly hope you join us in the next episode and that you're having a great day. And there we go, Reggie waving bye-bye. Let's see if we can do the same thing. Ta-ta! So until we meet again, thank you for watching and we'll see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.